you might have to make a claim at some point. And then Bill Q and his people will tell you that, Charlie, for bring this, for bring that, for do that, bring predators. Well, operations manager of Vanguard Life Assurance Company Limited, Mr. William Quarshie, affectionately called Bill Q, is here. Yeah. Bill, how you doing, man?
Doing very well.
Really good to see you. Your name is funky, man.
Thank you, Alexis.
We have that in common, Bill.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
so
right.
Bill squared.
That's right.
Okay, so we've talked about life insurance a couple times here on the show. In fact, in various forms. The reason being the fact that it's one of the most commonly distributed and patronized insurance policies. Now, today we're going to look at why insurance companies are quick to collect insurance premiums, but when it's time for the claims, they would ask you to bring this document, bring this, that, bring this, that, just because of no curfew. so, Mr. Quarshie, tell us, why is it so? I mean, the speed with which you collect the premiums without asking for documentations, but in the event of a claim, then you slow down. And then
yeah, Alexis, thank you so much for this opportunity. Like you rightly put, you've gone through a lot of documentation. You've got through a lot of policies here with my predecessors, those who came after me.
Yeah.
Now we want to look at why we ask for all these documents. You have insured yourself against an event, okay? And the only way you can prove to us that such event has happened is for you to show us the documents. Other than that, anybody can just come and tell you by word of mouth that yes, I've insured, this has happened and that has happened. So it's important that you give us some documentation for your own good so that we can pay your claims.
So take us through. What are the documents that we need to make a life or a funeral insurance claim?
Okay, first of all, I would like to break our policies down into two.
Okay.
We've looked at investment-linked products. These are investor life products, and we've also looked at risk policies, which you call the funeral policies. So for the investment-linked products, basically, these policies have what we call the cash values or investment values. So they are your own money that you claim at a point in time. So there are various claims that you can make. Let's say if you are surrendering the policy before the time, if the policy get matured, or if you're making a partial withdrawal. Some of the policies will allow for partial withdrawals.
Okay.
So for documentation, you just need a simple form for the investment-linked product. A simple form provided by the insurance company. Some of them you can get it from their website, or you can go to their offices and get them. Okay, that is the first thing that you need. Then you need to bring in the policy document for matured policies and surrender policies. You need to bring that policy to the insurer.
The one that you signed.
Yes, you have to bring it to them back. Okay. Because you are surrendering the policy, or the policy is mature, so you surrender it to the insurance company. And then finally, just some ID.
An ID card.
An ID card to prove that you are such a person. And one thing I must make clear is that insurers, we do underwriting both at the beginning of the policy and at the end stage. So some of the documents might be asked at the end stage, not at the underwriting stage.
But what if maybe I misplaced that document, or somebody stole it, or it was caught in a fire or some sort? That one that you said I should return.
Yes, we make things simple for our customers. So what we do is that formally we'll ask you to go and swear an affidavit and bring it to us that the document is missing. But realize that people spend a lot of money doing that. So you just have a simple form that you complete, that the document is missing, and your claim will be paid as soon as possible.
What about life or funeral insurance claims?
Okay, so for funeral insurance claims or death claims, we're looking at death. They are risk products. We're looking at death, we're looking at total disability, and we're looking at critical illness, or what some call the dread diseases. So for death, if the death is accidental, then you need to first of all complete a claim form for us. It's very important. Death claim form, Then you also give us a police report or a coroner's report to prove that the person is dead through an accident, and then an ID for the deceased and then the claimant as well. Then the final document will be the death certificate. These are the basic requirements. And for death claims, these are documents that you can easily get if actually the events happen.
Okay. Okay. What if an insured person dies at home and there's no death certificate that can be obtained and whatnot? It means that they forfeit their benefits?
No. It's important that we know that if somebody dies outside the hospital, there are two places that you can die, either at the hospital or outside the hospital. If you die outside home or in an accident, you need a police report and then a coroner's report to enable you get the death certificate. But if you can't get all these documents and you come to us on case-by-case basis, the insurers have a way of also investigating the claim and make sure that we go to where the incident happened, investigate, and then your claims are paid. Just that if you are not able to give us the documentation, it will take time for us to pay the claim, because we need investigators who will go on the field to verify that the incident actually happened, and then we pay the claim for you.
But I know that there are certain people also who submit fictitious documentations in order to access some of these life claims. Are you guys able to detect these?
Yes, we are able to detect, because we have been trained to be able to know whether a document is fictitious or not.
Okay.
Now, if we are not able to detect and you submit any documents, like I said before, we go to the source to investigate, or we write to the institution where you died. Let's say a known hospital, will write to them, and then everything will come out, whether it is fictitious or not. We'll know at the end of the day.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, some genuine claims on especially the investment-linked policies you talked about can be made by customers. But what happens if the customer has lost the policy documents and I think you mentioned earlier that you're supposed to return that.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Is that where the person has to fill the form?
Yes, that one, you just fill a form, and then
Okay.
we can, that the document is missing, and then we can pay your claim for you.
Okay, well,
We can pay the claim for you.
it's not that tedious.
Yeah, it's not tedious at all.
It's really not that tedious.
And I've not touched on the disability claim,
Okay.
and then the critical illness claim.
Tell us about those.
Yes. Now, for the disability claim, that is total permanent disability. These are riders on the funeral policies or the death policy, risk policies, right? So you can take a death policy, and then you take this as riders on it for total permanent disability and also for critical illness.
When you say rider, like a sub something of the sort,
yeah,
or
that
an
is
add-on.
An add-on.
Okay.
Exactly, an add-on to the policy. So for those policies, we need a medical specialist report from a recognized practitioner that you have suffered such a claim, and then we go ahead and make the payment. And for the critical illness, it's actually on diagnosis. So once you have been diagnosed to have those kind of ailments, for example, stroke, heart attack, we have about 13 known critical illnesses that we pay claims on them. Once you insure yourself on that, we should be able to pay.
Well, if you're insured or you have a cover, you shouldn't be worried about the documentation at all. It's not anything hudious. Yeah, just very basic documents, and just so they verify that you really indeed are the beneficiary of that claim. Is that it?
Exactly.
And
let me add also that these are the basic documents, but the insurer also has a right to request for any other document if he feels that he wants to go further and probe or need something to verify this. Then he can ask for any other document to support the claim assessment.
Well, the team at Vanguard Life Assurance Company Limited are on hand to help you with your claims. You know, our motto now, insurance companies, claims payment is our business. So speak to Vanguard for any policy. I'm sure you'd want to tell us a little bit about Vanguard Life Assurance.
Yes, let's this. Vanguard Life is the first life indigenous company in Ghana.
Oh.
This year we are 45 years, and
Wow.
between January to September, we've paid claims totaling about 7.2 million Ghana cedis.
Oh, then when it's finished?
It's not finished.
Ah, okay.
We are solid. We are
That's
solid.
good. That's good.
Yeah. So Vanguard is still strong and on the field, and then the products that we have child education policy, we have final dignity plan, which is the funeral policy, we have a family welfare plan for the individual policies, and for the group policy, we have the group life and personal accidents that multimedia can take for you.
Okay.
And all your staff. And then we have group policies for schools, associations, and then churches as well.
Okay.
So you can contact us on our hotline. Our hotline is 0555 484466. Let me repeat that: 0555 484466. Or you can also call us on 030 2235 435. 030 2235 435.
And that's Vanguard Life Assurance Company Limited. Mr. William Quarshie, aka Bill Q, is the operations manager. Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank
Great
you,
spending
Lexis.
time with you,
Thank
and
you so
regards
much.
to the team at Vanguard
Yeah,
as well.
thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So stay tuned in. Drive Time with Insurance is always brought to you by the Ghana Insurance Association, and you can actually contact the GIA Complaints Management and Advice Bureau on 0800 442000. It's a toll-free number, so get in touch with them, and whatever it is you'd want clarified, they would help you with it. Stay tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM.